Good morning, everyone.
Good
It's a great day to be here today. We're going to begin soon this series. Today's subject is 八卦掌，练有科学基础的八卦掌气功 ，practice of science-based 八卦掌 palm Qigong, and we're happy to. Privileged to have Dr. Lin. Dr. Lin is Professor of Cell Biology and Integrative Medicine, founding directors of the Lab for Mind-Body Signaling Energy Research, member of Susan Samueli Integrative Health Institute at University of California, Irvine. He's formerly National Advisory Council on Integrative Medicine and Health, Public Advisory Group on Non-Pharmacological Management of Pain and Stress in the Military, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. And without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Lin.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And still not too late to say Happy New Year to everybody. To start, I always ask, how many of you are here for the first time? Okay, good. Okay, so the rest of you know the scientific information, and I will just spend only a few minutes on that and spend more time teaching you how to do Bagua Zhang. Can you see the slides with the lights on? Yeah, good. Okay. So very quickly, this series, including certainly today's presentation, is presented by the South Coast Chinese Cultural Association, as you are here, and also by the Susan Samueli Integrative Health Institute at UC Irvine. And the financial support to rent this room is provided by the Monty J. Southern California Science and Technology Association and the Legacy Fountain Angel. And today, as all but one of you know, is session number 8, okay, Bagua Zhang, science-based Bagua Zhang Qigong. And as a preview, we have 4 more left in this series for this year. Next month, okay, there's a Bagua Qigong, followed by the Yijing Qigong, Wuxinxi Qigong, Baduanjian Qigong. In other words, the great dance Qigong, tendon changing classic Qigong, 5 animals frolic Qigong, and 8 sections of Brocade Qigong. And that will end the series for good because I'm leaving this association, and after 5 years, I thank you for your support. This started in 2015, and it will end by May of this year. So a very, very quick review, okay, of the science, because we've all been here before. So, Qigong, okay, is characterized by the integrated regulation of mind, body, and breath. 三条合一，调身、调心、调息. So first, the science behind regulation of the body. Research at Princeton shows that repetitive motion, such as walking on the treadmill, as you will do a lot today, walking, grooming, the cat grooming, so like Tai Chi Chuan, okay, repetitive exercises will boost your serotonin in the brain to make you feel good, sleep better, put you in a good mood, okay. Something that you will not achieve when you do 108 different movements in Tai Chi without repeating the same movement again and again. Next, we will do a lot of stretching today. Stretching, as you have heard before, stretching the body will stretch the underlying connective tissue, and there are many cells within the tissue that get stretched. And the ones such as fibroblasts, mast cells, when they get stretched, they secrete signaling molecules that will bind to receptors to relieve pain and inflammation at that location. So stretching will make you feel good, but also will relieve pain and inflammation if you have the unfortunate condition as well. Next, the sixth sense, proprioception. Our body has a special system of nerves and connections to sense where every part of your body is, okay? So like in this muscle, within the muscle spindles are special nerves that go to the brain, to a special center. There are also nerves at the ends of the tendons and then joints. And they report, these nerves report signals back to the brain so that the body will understand and keep track of every part of the body, okay? Whether you're walking, you're standing, or you're, doing exercises. And this is particularly important to keep you, in good posture, or when you fall, you can recover, okay? Because you can control your body. And proprioception, gets degraded as you age. It goes down as you get older and older. So older people are more prone to falling. And there are research showing, clinical trials showing that when you do Tai Chi and Qigong, you will improve the system and counter the degradation of the system due to aging. So today we're going to do a number of kind of complicated movements using different parts of the body, and that's part of the training to get your proprioception receptors going again as strong as possible. Regulation of the mind. You've seen this before. When we study brainwave patterns, when a person is in a meditative state, you have elevation of theta waves and alpha waves, indicating that the person is in a very restful stage, very calm, resting, okay, not worried, but also elevation of beta waves, indicating the person is thinking. And that's kind of interesting because when you fall asleep, the theta waves, alpha waves will go up because you're clearly, when you're sleeping, you're resting, but you don't have alpha waves. But when you're meditating, like you're going to do today, you're thinking. So meditation is a very unusual state of relaxed concentration. You're thinking, but you're resting at the same time. How's it possible? So at UCI, we work on this and we measure the activity of the brain during meditation. And we measure the consumption of oxygen in the brain to see how active is the brain. So at the start of meditation, the red is the consumption of oxygen in the brain. And you see, right away, oxygen consumption goes down and down and down during meditation. So indeed, when you're meditating, you're not really burning up a lot of energy using oxygen. In other words, it is possible to rest and be active because you're thinking only about one thing instead of thinking about many things. When you think of many things, 无事乱想, you use up a lot of energy but not producing as much. But if you're concentrating on a single thing, as you will do today, you actually will rest your mind and burn less oxygen while you are practicing this meditative state. Now, you're resting, but you're also sharpening your brain. In this study done at UC Santa Barbara, it shows that people, after 1 week of intensive training in meditation, will score higher in these tests for sustained attention. How long can you focus, okay, on a single subject? These subjects, these participants score higher after 1 week of meditative training. And in blue is the comparison group who did not, and there's no change. So meditation will give you deep rest, but help you train yourself to be able to concentrate longer and more sharply, making you more productive in everyday life. And the latest research also showed another thing. If you think of your brain as a computer, your computer has a hard drive for memory. It also has a CPU to process the information. The two must be connected very well, otherwise it doesn't work. Your mind is the same thing. Your mind has a part called the hippocampus. That's the hard drive, okay? This is the part of your brain for long-term memory. Prefrontal cortex here is where you process information, and the study shows that people who practice Tai Chi and Qigong have better connections between the memory center and the processing center. Just like having the best computer you have with a big hard drive and a big CPU, and also good connections. And they show that the people who have better connections, okay, so-called higher brain connectivity, score better on tests on cognitive function, that they could memorize things well, they could process information well, and they could solve problems better. So you see this line here going up. The higher the connection, the higher the score. In this particular case, the subjects were practicing Tai Chi and Bagua, 8-section silk brocade, that I will teach in a few months. Finally, regulation of breath. Okay, why is that important? The latest research shows that the brain, within the brain stem area, has a special part that's called the breathing pacemaker. And the discovery was that there are different types of brain cells in that center. One type of brain cells have to do with breathing like this when you're under stress. Like that, okay? Another type of brain cells, when you're under stress, you go, oh my God, okay? But a very special type of brain cells have to do with deep, slow breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That type of Qigong breathing. These brain cells are directly connected to nerves to another part of the brain called the lucus coeruleus. This is the part of the brain that reacts to stress. When you're under stress, this part of the brain will send signals to the rest of the body to go into the fight or flight. Sympathetic, 交感神经, okay? And get your body really tense and ready to fight or run, okay? But when you start to breathe slow and deep, these brain cells will tell this center to calm down, okay? So it will counteract stress, give you higher stress tolerance. And in our laboratory, we show that when we get people to watch horror movies, their heart rate would jump up, 很紧张. And then when they tell them to breathe slowly, the heart rate will come down. Blood pressure goes up when you watch horror movies, and then when you start to breathe deeply, blood pressure will come down. So it really works right away. It's not like, oh, you need years of training. No, these are people who have never done Qigong or Tai Chi before, and it works right away. So, lastly, the studies at Princeton, as I said, show that when cats, start to walk, the serotonin goes up 3-fold, 5-fold. When they start to groom themselves, like doing 云手, okay, it goes up 40-fold, okay. And then when the cats start to do deep breathing, because when the cats are in a chamber, when they increase CO2 to 4%, 8%, the cat will naturally start to breathe deeper and deeper breaths, just like practicing Qigong like you do today. And the serotonin also goes, hey, okay. So you can look at this and say, hey, if you do the stepping, walking with deep breathing, you're getting all the benefits. And if you are doing the movement and repetitive motion and deep breathing, you elevate your serotonin, feel good, sleep better, okay, and without taking Prozac. Okay, so how many of you have heard of Tai Chi? Bagua Zhang? Bagua Zhang. Okay, only a few of you, right? The rest of you all know about Tai Chi, but Bagua Zhang, not so familiar. Okay, so what is Bagua Zhang? Bagua Zhang is a type of martial arts, but it is also a type of Qigong. So, a few months ago, okay, I taught you Tai Chi. This is like kindergarten, okay? Tai Chi, very simple. Yang, yin, yang. From the yang comes the yin, from the yin comes the yang, right? So, okay, so, okay, within the yang, there's softness, in the hardness, in the hardness, the softness. That seems pretty complicated, but that's simple, okay? Compared to last month, I taught you 5 elements. Wu Xing, okay? Wu Xing, you have wood, water, metal, earth, and fire, and they nourish each other, they counteract each other. Okay, that was back in December, right? Just out of curiosity, how many of you were here in December when I taught Wu Xing? Okay, that's just good, thanks. But today, okay, if this is kindergarten, this is high school, oh, this is college, okay? Bagua is a lot more complicated, okay? It's based on Tai Chi but a lot more complicated. You see, there's north, south, east, west, but you also have like northwest, southwest, so forth. And it's also called the 8 trigrams. Look at the symbols. This is the earliest form of computer, okay? Just have dashes and lines and dashes and lines. You have 8 different possibilities. And, okay, it gets really complicated. It could be like this, it could be like this. And Bagua has applications in life and all sorts of things, okay? The 8 different positions. When you talk about elements, okay, planets, personality, acupuncture points, meridians, the Chinese zodiac organs, 24 hours, 360 degrees, feng shui, bones and glands and body and energy and season. These all have to do with Bagua, okay? It will take me 10 more hours to explain that. But just as an example, if you look at Qin, okay, like this particular one, so nature means sky, elements means metal, planets means Neptune, and so forth. And then you get into all of this feng shui business. All right. So what has this to do with today's workshop? Bagua. Ba means 8. Gua means the trigrams, okay? So Ba means 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gua, each one is a gua, okay? A trigram. So in the early 19th century,